Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Do not bite the hand that feeds you.
Grab it first. Take the keys, set yourself free, then bite the hand and run.
Good morning, Night Vale. Hi, friends. It's me, your favorite girly pal, Sympho.
Oh, and that's me. Wait, I'm Cecil Baldwin, and I'm the voice of Welcome to Night Vale, but now I'm on Good Morning Night Vale.
And I'm Hal, and I'm just happy to be here with my two friends talking about a show that we're all involved with. And that's what we do. We're all part of Welcome to Night Vale, and we're here to listen to Welcome to Night Vale and then recap the show. Now, normally,
Yes.
first of all, let me give the date. I forgot I have to hold up. This is the part where I hold up the newspaper to show you the date. It is Wednesday, August 4th, 2021. And normally, our third chair would be filled by Meg Bashwiner, but she is not here because she is a new parent.
That's right.
And she has a baby that we've all seen that is adorable, and she's off on her maternal leave. She will be back at some point, but just let her relax, please.
Yeah, I've never had a baby before, but I've heard that it is a little bit kind of stressful.
Yeah. Challenging.
Creating a whole human being and then like pooping it out.
Out of like thin air, too.
Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of magic.
It will not sleep the same time as you,
No.
your child. So you have to, all of a sudden, your sleep, it's like, it's the best and worst roommate you could have, right? Is that, I'm not a parent, you can tell.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Babies are rude.
Yeah.
Very rude. Very rude.
How do you want a baby? Maybe we should adopt a Good Morning Night Vale baby.
Oh my goodness. Can we do that?
Just like one combined baby.
Yeah, that's it.
I can't wait for us to
Co-parents.
sing Good Night, Sweetheart to help me
Like,
go to sleep.
So what, three men and a little lady?
Yeah.
Or 3 men and a baby?
Yeah, we're
Three
three
podcasts.
podcasters and a baby. Yeah. This episode that we're talking about today is episode 91, the 1237.
That's not the time right now.
No.
No. And here with the description is the voice of Night Vale himself, Stephen Baldwin. Stephen Baldwin!
Steven, did you just call me Stephen Baldwin? Oh my God.
Cecil Baldwin. I don't know why it's Stephen Baldwin on my brain.
They look the same.
Why would I ever?
Stephen Baldwin.
Stefan?
Stephen.
Stefan?
Caesar Baldwin.
Urkel. Yeah. Cecil Baldwin. Right?
Yeah, that's it. That's how you say my name.
That's his name.
Okay. All right, good. So make sure.
Wait, is that my name?
Who are you, sir? Who are
Is
you?
Stephen Baldwin also here, though?
Is Stephen Baldwin? Oh my gosh. Is he the Christian one? Is he the Christian one? Please, let's say no.
I love you in Biodome.
Yeah, I think he's the one who's a trumper.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the crazy
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
He went off the reservation.
Okay, but wait. The 12:37 train has arrived. Plus, a crowd gathers on Somerset and the return of laser tag.
Let's talk about it.
That's it. I love how like succinct that the description is.
Yeah, they used to be longer. We noted this actually a few episodes ago, but they used to be longer, but then it gets to the point where you're just like, you know what? This is what's happening. Just listen to the dang episode.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta say, it's really fun listening to this episode because it's like, it reminded me on the X-Files when you would be like, Mulder, Scully, Smoking Man. But they would just have these like rando episodes in which like somebody could just magically start fires. And then they solved it, and then they moved on. And this felt like those episodes. Those were always my favorite.
Yeah.
I think this one was really a spookier one than
It is.
I think it was filled with mystery, and I think part of that was due to your excellent voice acting.
Oh,
Yes.
stop.
Your audio drama was.
Stop.
I was living. I tell you.
You paint a great picture with your words and lungs, Stephen Baldwin.
I tried. What the? Caesar Bow Wow.
No, Caesar Bow Wow. One of the things about your performance in this episode that I loved was specifically the description of Cecil's experience on the train.
Yeah.
Once he boarded.
Yeah, the acting kicks in at the end, right?
Oh my God. And it really like.
Where it really counts.
Yeah. One of the things we like about Welcome to Night Vale, obviously, and all of the fans do, is the license that we're given to create the visuals within our mind. But and the performance helps that. And in this case particular, that whole thing, it played like a movie in my brain, so clear. I could see it all. And that's a real big plus to the listening experience.
You know, it's funny. Most of this episode is like sort of business as normal in Night Vale. Mm-hmm. Weird stuff's going on. Look, there's laser tag. There's, all this sort of the traffic and all that sort of stuff. But then at the end, it really does get like very meta. And also very like, you get a lot of other Night Vale stuff that you've heard a little bit about gets tied in at the end. So yeah, one of those like theater things, finish strong.
Yeah.
And the audience will forgive you for anything.
Yeah, I mean, we get a lot of tie back to the tiny
civilizations.
civilization that was living under the
Huntokar.
Right. Well, and this is, I think, the first mention of Huntokar that we've gotten, right? Like I have
in like a while.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I mean, since like season 2 or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
It's been a long, long time since we've heard from Huntokar.
I don't remember us. Well, did we talk about Huntokar before?
I don't remember.
I think this is the beginning of that. Like, I don't remember. Well, as you listeners, as you know, our brains are made of Swiss cheese. So things we've talked about, it's like we're like goldfish.
Correct.
It's a brand new day every time we get on top of these microphones.
Yep.
And that's imagine us literally on top of the microphone on the very tip, on the very, very tip.
Like we just climbed a mountain and we're like, hey,
hello out there.
We made it. By the way, speaking of physical feats,
yes,
you just got back from riding a bicycle across the state of Iowa.
Absolutely. The whole state.
Okay, so you did like a 5-day, 7-day bike ride?
It was a 6-day bike ride, and this route was 454 miles.
Oh, my God.
And some change. And can I tell you, from the times that we have toured through Iowa, we've generally only gone to Iowa City, right?
Love it. Love Iowa City.
Go Hawkeyes, I guess. But that's right? That's right.
Hawkeyes, yeah.
Yeah. Buckeyes.
But I did not realize how many hills there are in Iowa.
Really?
It was quite hilly, and it was hot, and I may have screamed and or cried a number of times, but I made it.
Sure.
And I didn't quit, and I did the whole thing. And I did cry at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was very emotional, and the people of Iowa opened their hearts and their homes to this tiny Black girl, and it was wonderful.
That's amazing.
I loved it.
Yeah.
So you had a great time? Did you make friends along the way?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have biking friends now?
Of course.
Are you a bike gang?
I do. I have Ragbri friends, and I've met some people from Chicago, and we're going to do another bike ride together. They're doing Bike the Drive on September 5th. So I'm going to bike on Lakeshore Drive. It's going to be great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because they shut it down, and then we get to loop it for like 30 miles. It'll be great.
What? That sounds amazing.
Oh, that's fun.
I know. It's going to be fun. But yes, I have bike friends now. I know people in Iowa and all over the place. I think the furthest person I met lives in Guam.
Whoa.
Which I had never met anyone from Guam, but it's a U.S. territory, so, you don't need a passport.
Did you ever think you would become a cyclist? Because you're becoming a cyclist.
I know, right?
You did a long ride, and now you're planning. You already have another ride in a month.
Yeah. But that's short. It's only one 30-mile ride, so it's no big deal.
That is 30 miles is a lot.
Yeah.
Even in a car.
Well, at that point, hopefully my the feeling in my pinky and my ring finger will be back by then.
I was going to say, what was the hardest thing and what was the most awesome thing?
Okay, I think the hardest thing was one of the days was an 84-mile ride in weather that was like 98 degrees with a heat index of like 105, 107, something like that.
Those Midwest summers, they're no joke.
Yeah, every time here in Chicago, at least we have a lake, so you get like some breeze or whatever, but you're in the middle. It's just corn and soybeans, baby, as far as the eye can see. And every time you would get to the top of a hill, I was like, the next town has to be coming up, because it would be like 2 miles to the next town. And I was like, cool. And I was like, it has to be, I should be able to see it. And all I could see is hills ahead of me. And that was very difficult. But the most wonderful thing was the community that was there for all of our riders, whether it was people handing out water or the volunteers of the town or anybody willing to help anybody else. If you left something at home or needed something, usually someone would be there to help you out. And that sort of spirit really, I think, helps you to be able to deal with anything, because at the end of the day, somebody's going to be there to pick you up if you falter. And I think that was really wonderful. So
it really is like the whole is greater than the sum of its parts kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can kind of lean on some, like if you had made that bike ride by yourself, like I'm sure that must have been, like then you're like in Forrest Gump territory where you're just like,
right?
You got to be a little bit crazy and like man on a mission, woman on a mission. But like to have a community there with you has got to be pretty special.
Me and 10,000 of my
10,000
closest bike friends.
Wait, there were 10,000 people on this bike ride?
Yes.
10,000?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And usually it's more than that.
Oh my God.
Usually it's closer to like 15 to 20, but COVID.
Ah, yes.
But 90% of it, 98% of it was outside. Yeah. So I felt safe as a vaccinated woman.
Nature is the great equalizer when it comes to that sort of stuff.
Honestly, I have to be honest. When you said 10,000, I was also shocked because in my mind, I was like, how many people would bicycle at once across Iowa? And the number in my head was 500. That was the number of people in my head.
That seems, like I'm there with you on that.
Oh, no, that totally seems reasonable. But these people are insane and I love it.
Yeah.
I love them for it. But like it's been going on for 48 years.
Oh, wow.
And there's people who have done almost everyone, if not everyone. There is people of every age range, background, from far, from near, But people were impressed that I was from Chicago, though.
Big city girl.
They're like, oh, Chicago.
Oh.
Big city. And I was like, I guess.
You should have just told people you're from Guam.
Yeah. I'm from one country further away than Guam. Just one further away. I'm just a little bit better than the Guam person.
It's called Gram. It's called Gram.
Graham. I'm from Graham.
Graham. I'm from the Gram. Doing it for the Gram. That's where it comes from. My country.
I did do it for the Gram.
You're actually from Instagram.
Yeah.
You live in Instagram.
I escaped from your phone in a reverse Tron, and now I'm here to ride this bike across Iowa.
A reverse Tron. Shut the front door.
Actually, that's what I was imagining was kind of happening in when Cecil was on the train and like you were seeing like the land like go backwards and stuff. I was like, damn.
Oh, it's like Tron.
Yeah, that was a little like Tron, like you're getting sucked like out of the like you're getting sucked into and out of the game. That's how I felt about that whole thing. Can we talk about these deer mask thing, the deer mask, and then underneath was just a deer face?
Listen.
That fucked me up, dude. Fucked me up hard.
That was your thing. I gotta say my thing.
Yeah.
The roaches. Like
ooh, the roaches.
Yeah.
Piles and piles of roaches.
And then you were just writhing. Because, look, I know you used to live in New York, so I'm sure you've seen a cockroach or two.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But motherfucking roaches are nasty.
Oh.
And nobody wants them on their body.
Do you want to hear a really moderately brief roach story that's not from New York City?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So when I lived in D.C., I lived in Southern Maryland, and whenever it would rain in my apartment complex, all the roaches would come out of the woodwork. It was only when it rained. It was like they got all stirred up and shit. So there was one day, I was super poor, and I only had a futon. That was the only piece of furniture that I had, and I like slept on it and lived on it.
Sure.
So I'm like practically on the ground, right? I'm on a futon mattress watching The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Oh, no.
So it's a scary movie. Super scary movie. It's like thundering and lightning and raining. And I'm eating some Mike and Ike's, and I'm like wearing boxer shorts, and I feel something on my leg. And I look down, and a roach had just crawled up into my boxer shorts.
No.
Inside the boxers.
Inside the boxers. And I like scream, and I throw Mike and Ike's everywhere. Which only compounds the problem because in the half light, I don't know what's a roach and what's a Mike and Ike. So now it's just like, there's just like little dark blobs like all over my floor. And I was so scared / like it was pure adrenaline. And I think I just stood up and just started stomping on everything I saw. I think that's literally how it ended. Like
Godzilla. You didn't even turn on the light.
Nope. Couldn't even. Well, because it was all over the floor, and there was like 50 little weird, dark, shadowy things between me and that light switch. The TV's still going.
It's still like the TV's still like.
There's no help in that room.
No.
There's just no. And then the roaches are like, "Oh my god, it's raining food in here. We should never leave. Tell everybody in the other buildings."
They think that they're on like a reality show that they like have like they're in the money whirler pit, where they just like swirl dollar bills around. You have to catch as many as you can.
Oh my god!
But for roaches,
that is when I would be like, well, that's the end of that, and set everything on fire.
I've ascended to a different plane now. I live in a pocket dimension.
I went into a fugue state and just killed everything I saw.
Yeah.
No memory of what happened next.
I love that. That's you're like, you know what? Stomp on it, whatever it is.
Kill them all.
The fact that you threw food in the air when you saw a roach, there's nothing else you could have done because a roach was in your boxer shorts reminds me of a somewhat related story. I was in Atlantic City, New Jersey as a kid, and I was sitting on the boardwalk. I was sort of people watching, probably waiting for my parents to come out of a casino or something, and I see a woman running with a bag of bread.
Oh, no.
Throwing pieces behind her going, "Why are they chasing me? Why are they chasing me?" And then a cloud of seagulls following her.
Stop throwing the bread.
She couldn't figure out, throw the bag. That's all they want. They're not interested in you.
You're literally leaving a trail of breadcrumbs.
Yes.
For the seagull, it's like Alfred Hitchcock's The Seagulls to follow you down the boardwalk.
No, you need to turn and confront those birds and be like,
"Oh no! Oh, I don't know.
Get the fuck out of here!" Okay, that actually it leads to another story.
Oh boy.
Okay, Meg is not here to tell this tale, so I will tell it on her behalf.
This was on tour.
We were in Vancouver, yes, on tour, and we went to the little Granville Island, and they have very cute, like, farmer's market type thing, and they have, like, food and stuff, and they have, this one bakery has the most delicious scones. And so Steve Carlsberg.
Yeah.
We got nice scones and we had coffee and we're like sitting outside, gibby gabbing. And Meg is like telling a story and like, but the scone is in her hand and she's like gesturing like with the scone.
Like a good New Jersey Italian woman would.
Like a New Jersey Italian. She's like, gabagool, looks around.
Hey, yo, whoa,
Provolone,
Yeah, forget about
prosciutto.
it.
Yeah, forget about it.
Forget about it. And then this fucking seagull lands on her head, feet, claws on her hat, and whaps me in the face with its wing and takes the scone and fucking flies off.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
When I tell you we screamed and no one came to our aid at all. It was wild.
They're like, I think maybe like the only bird more vicious that in the northern territories, like the northern hemisphere, is our geese.
Oh,
as swans, maybe swan.
Yeah.
It's like swans, seagulls, geese. I think that's the order of just like just bitchy fowl.
Aggressive, so
fowl.
aggressive, extra, yeah.
Yes. You know I am an avid bird hater, and our listeners will know this as well. I fucking hate birds. I think they're disgusting, horrible dinosaurs.
A little bit.
And I'm fine. You be over there, do your thing, like be outside, whatever. But don't let our paths cross because I will fucking fuck you up, dude. I'll fuck you up, my dude. So I have started calling geese Richard because they're a bunch of dicks.
Richard.
So like, because they'll be like, fucking, I'll be like, get out of here, Richard.
All geese.
Anyone can take that. Anyone can use that material.
Richard,
all right.
Richard the goose
Belongs to the people. Yeah, Richard the goose. And now Richard the goose goes to Newbury Square.
to menace people.
Yeah, to menace people.
Now, okay, this is a weird little fun fact. Did you know that the Japanese call seagulls sea cats? That's like, which honestly, if you think about it, it totally makes sense.
Makes sense?
Like,
totally.
Like that seagull story you just told. Can you imagine if a cat could fly? It totally would have done exactly that to you and Meg.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Just be like, meow, and then like smack you in the face with its paw, took your scone, and then ran away.
Yeah, when your former assistant, my former cat, Mambo.
Oh, Mambo.
When, I know, R.I.P., baby.
R.I.P.
If you had pizza, he'd be like getting close and be like, and like get really close. And I'm like, I fucking see you, dude. I see you. And then he'd be like trying to bite it and be like, and then he would get it.
This is apropos of nothing but cats. So I, like it's COVID times. I'm in a new city.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to entertain myself. And I went to this theater that was showing the best cat videos of 2021.
What?
Were they good?
Yeah.
In a movie theater. They were all amazing.
Were you giggling? Was it funny or were they cute or both?
All of the above. All of the above.
Yes.
But it was everything. And they had sort of divided it up into like drama, comedy. They had like a moment of silence for all the patient dogs of the world. And then they would just have like cat and dog interactions. Oh. It was hilarious. It was so much fun.
Were the cats bapping skibbity bapping it? Oh my God, I love it. Skibbity bap.
Oh my God. There's one where this cat is just staring at this dog and it's got that look in its eyes. It's like, it wants to. And the dog is just like giving the like flat eyebrow, like, and that cat's like, the paw just gets closer and closer and then bap, bap, bap.
Yeah,
and then all hell breaks loose.
He's like, skibbity bap, skibbity bap.
It was so worth it. It was so worth it.
Well, I feel like that's what Cecil should have done to Huntokar because, by the way, I always second guess myself when I say it's Huntokar, right?
Huntokar, yeah.
Hunt,
yeah.
Huntokar. Mm-hmm. Okay, because in my brain, I think I say Huntokar.
Oh, it's one of those.
Even though I say Huntokar. Yeah. So I'm glad I've never had to say it, like in performance.
Like, I want to say, fans, you should write in, because I think I think Huntokar was mentioned once in like season 2. Maybe.
Okay.
Like it was just mentioned once, which is why it's really cool that like this episode, they're kind of like starting to weave back in. So, like I gotta admit, for years, like almost 10 years of doing this show, the little tiny civilization that lived under Lane 5 is kind of one of my favorite plot lines.
Absolutely. So interesting.
In all of Night Vale. Like, I love it. It's that's like great. When people ask me, what is this? You make a podcast. What's it about? Like, that's one of the things that I use to describe Night Vale, because I think it perfectly sums up. We're just like, hey, come on down to the bowling alley. Oh, by the way, there's a civilization of tiny people that live under Lane 5 that are declaring war upon the Outlanders,
Yeah.
When you see stuff, I mean, obviously you've read pretty much every. I don't think there maybe is like 1 or 2 episodes where you are not.
There's a few
reading it, so you're there for every single bit of it. And when you come in to an episode and something like this, where maybe there are a couple things that haven't been mentioned in a while, is there something that you do in the performance of it where you go back and have to do research, or are you just really good at remembering things, or is it doesn't really matter because it's all there in the script? Where do you sit on that?
Okay, this is a 2-parter. Mostly I don't do anything. I just take it script by script.
Yep.
Like I can kind of remember characters, plots, things like that. It's pretty easy to remember. But also Night Vale is like, and this character, Cecil Palmer, is literally like Teflon. Like this dude can like,
slick,
he's
baby.
like, oh, look, a shiny thing. Yeah. Like, oh, look, a shiny thing.
Yeah.
And his day is completely gone off in a different direction. So it's what I call character decision is just being, like a goldfish.
Reactive in the moment more than...
reactive in the moment. And sometimes, listen, that's how people are. Like, you have a day and some like 10 things happened, and 2 days later you remember 1, 2, and 3, but then like 5 weeks later you remember only number 5, and then 10 years later you're like, did anything happen? Like that's how selective memory is. And Cecil is even more that, like, because just weird shit happens around him all the time.
Right.
And I think there's influence where it comes to like, we've kind of like thought about this a little bit, and like, we think there's been a bit of re-education that's gone on, which makes his brain a little smoother than most.
Maybe a little porous. Just things just
go.
And then there's no drop.
You're like, goodbye.
There's no drop. There's like, you're waiting for the pebble to hit the well, and it just never goes. Yeah, he's been re-educated. He's been reprogrammed. He's been bought. He's been sold. He's been, like spiritually mind erased, scientifically, like you name it, this poor guy has been through it. Now, the second part of your question, Hal, is the place where I have the most, where I do go back and do research, is if a character has a specific voice. Because then I feel like, oh crap, has Sarah Sultan, have I given her a voice?
Oh yeah.
What does she talk like this, or does she talk like, like what is that? And then I can then I do a frantic searching and all that sort of stuff. Actually, in this episode, Hal Lublin, you are a master of accents. And I have to say, how mediocre is my Ukrainian accent?
I think it's really good. I
know. I was going to say one of my favorite things is anytime you do anything like Slavic, Russian, Ukrainian, because it just sounds so good. I cannot.
I must disagree. And listening to this is why I don't always go back and re-listen. I was like, is she Yiddish? Is she a Dracula? She's a Dracula. Like, it really sounds like the Count from Sesame Street.
But all those elements are in there, right? In Russian, there's some Dracula in there from Hungary, and then Yiddish is a combination of things, including Russian.
Yeah.
So there is that. Like, I mean, I think you capture it well.
Yeah.
It makes sense for the character. I don't, to your credit, I don't listen to it and go, let me take this accent apart, because it works so well.
I try it's like an impressionist painting.
Yeah.
You're not going to see all the details, but you get the idea.
Exactly. And that's what it's about. You're not playing a real person.
Right. And I also think of it as Cecil's interpretation.
Yeah. Yeah.
of what that person sounds like, which is what kind of I think Teddy says, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That big, long. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to say anything because you're going to make fun of me and my punctuation and all this stuff. I thought that
and
shit
I just make this
killed
really
me.
long run-on sentence.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta say, I love that. Like, that is essentially Joseph and Jeffrey hanging a lampshade on themselves. Like, that really is.
Yes.
When I recorded the audiobook, like, I was reading, you know, like before, like, doing my research and like prepping. The last 5 pages, like at least 2, but like the last 5 pages of that book is a single sentence. Go back to the original Night Vale novel, go to the last page, and I want you to find a period in there because it ain't. There ain't one. So I love that in the show, they like write that into the show, knowing that it's I love it. It's a fun challenge. Like, that's what keeps me coming back to the show. That's what keeps the listeners coming back to the show, and like what makes every episode kind of fun and challenging. There's like little things like that. I'm like, okay.
You're like, blow it all out.
Yeah.
And then I told him that he should do this, but then I ran over it like that forever.
You are so good at finding the places to take a breath, and you can hear when you've gotten as far as you can. And I'm like, oh, he made it really far into that sentence because you can feel it sort of
at the top up.
I can feel it like that air constrict there, and then you stop and take a breath. And it's, do you have to plot that out? Because I find like I used to do that singing a lot, is plot out the breaths.
It's, you know what it is? It's from years and years of doing Shakespeare.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to say, like, Tyrone Guthrie actually, like, in the heyday of sort of American regional theater, said that any actor worth their salt should be able to do 6 lines of iambic pentameter without taking a breath. And like, somebody told me that when I was like 23, when I was like doing internships at Shakespeare Theater, and I was like, okay, let's see. That shit is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Is hard. And also, I'm hell out of practice as well from not performing in over a year. Yeah.
Well, obviously. Well, aren't we all, my love? But it's one of those things that, like, as an actor, you do your best to try and get like phrasing similar to musicians. So if anyone's out there is a musician or an actor, it's very similar. You're trying to create an arc and a point to what you're saying, but you don't want to stop and cut that energy off.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you can totally take a breath, but if the energies keep going. Like, I was listening to a Joni Mitchell song the other day, and I'm like, not only is the song brilliant and the lyrics are brilliant, but the way she performs it is so idiosyncratic to her. You know, like, that's what makes it. And it doesn't matter if she's taking a breath or not. Like, she's in it. She's in that song.
Yeah.
And I think that's what any good performer does. They just, I mean, it's cliched, but they make it their own, you know?
I mean, also people, like, we as people run out of breath when we're talking. Right? If we're excited or if we're really angry, you're not thinking, unless you're really trained in it. If you're yelling at someone because you're so upset, I remember yelling the past couple of years, getting really upset and yelling and just not, like, I wasn't thinking about when I was going to breathe. It was just whatever I was feeling in that moment was coming out, and it could not be stopped. So the breath was just, I have to refuel this because I need more to get out, and I haven't gotten it all out yet.
And also, that's like, breath and emotion are so connected. Like, it actually is really interesting to me when I listen to other podcasts and they edit out all the breaths. It sounds like not robotic, but like a mannequin. Yeah.
Canned.
Like, it doesn't, and especially, you know, it makes sense if it's a conversation podcast, you know, I guess. But, you know, when you're doing like fiction or audiobooks or things like that, like, I don't know, like, how a character takes a breath can be really evocative of what that character's feeling right then. Yeah.
Yeah. Because someone who's a little bit more upset might have a little bit more of a quick, like a more staccato breath. And they're just like trying to get you to say this and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you can hear the like breath coming out, like, in a way that would be different if you're just having a gentle conversation.
It's like it makes everything sound like a yoga video, you know?
Right. Oh, I know. I joke about this because, you know, I teach fitness. So the difference between me teaching a spin class or like a high intensity interval training class where it's just like, yeah, you got this, motivation, like high intensity, like let's do this, versus we're going to take our breath and breathe in and out.
And extend the leg over your head.
Right.
And release.
And point the toe and release. Breathing, folding, fold.
Like if I was taking a spin class and my instructor didn't breathe or didn't even remotely sound out of breath, I think I'd be pissed off. I'd be like, bitch, you're telling me to like bump it up to a 9 and you don't even sound winded? Fuck you, I'm getting off this bike. I'm going to go have a root beer.
I'm going to throw the can at your head when I'm done.
Yeah, just like, yeah, come back when you're, it's like a mannequin. It's weird. It like, I don't know, connection to breath and humanity is real. So like, don't edit out your breaths.
That's right.
It's a real thing.
Or your breasts.
Or, hey, it's radio. You can do whatever you want.
Please. Don't hide your breath or breasts under a bushel.
Up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast about their theories, comments, and questions. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather. This episode's weather was Windows by Angel Olsen. You guys, this was very like calm, like maybe a little like trancy for me. Like I wasn't like laying down, but I was like in a more reclined position when I was listening to it. And I was like, oh, wow, this is nice. I was feeling lulled.
Yeah.
Right.
Like not quite haunting, but not sleepy, but like, yeah, like smooth, just so smooth.
Do you, Cecil, because I always, I have a weird relationship with the weather where it's just sort of a break for me. I very rarely, sometimes it connects, sometimes it doesn't. For you, do you feel like you don't know what the weather is ahead of time when you're recording?
No, not at all.
Why would you know?
No.
But when you listen to it after the fact, do you feel like it's something that ties in or that it's a break? What's your relationship with the weather?
Oh, man. Well, I don't think about it when I record, obviously.
Yeah.
And I don't think Jeffrey or Joseph really matches the weather to the episode. I don't think so. You'd have to ask them. But it's really, I see it as like, it's like, when you're having a big dinner, right? And you're like at course number 4, you've had the big part of the meal, you've had, and then you just kind of want to like, for me, you want to go out and just like stretch your legs just for a minute, just like get a little breath of fresh air, and then dive back into the dessert course. That's what it is. So you come back like refreshed and ready to get back into it, but something totally different. Like refill your drink, maybe have a little cigarette, maybe smoke some weed out in the back patio, if that's a thing that you do, and then you can kind of come back and be like, all right, meal part 2, here we go. And to me, that's what the weather is. Like it's a palate cleanser.
I love that.
I love it.
Yeah. Can I give you guys some information about Angel Olsen?
Yes,
please do.
Angel Olsen is an American singer-songwriter and musician from St. Louis, Missouri, or Missouri, however you say it. And Cecil,
what?
They live in Asheville, North Carolina, babe.
No way. Are we neighbors?
You could be friends with Angel Olsen.
Oh, crap.
Possibly.
All right.
You should go knock right now on every neighbor and be like, are you Angel Olsen?
Are you Angel?
People would be freaked out.
People, if in Asheville, people will probably just think that I'm asking if they're an angel, because that's the vibe in Asheville.
I see, yes.
They might just say yes. And that's my life here in the AVL. But that's awesome.
Well, Angel Olsen looks like a pretty cool person. And they have a new EP coming out. It's streaming August 20th. So there is music out there for you. And they will be doing a few shows, including Pitchfork here in Chicago, in Chicrango, and then in San Francisco on October 30th. So if there is stuff out there for you to listen more to Angel Olsen.
Awesome. Well, now that we've had that palate cleanser, why don't we dig into a piping hot, fresh from the oven? Yeah, you've been cycling around the United States, woman. You need
That's right.
You need a nice big calzone.
That's right. FanZone Calzone.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
First up in the fan zone, we have Brendan Bishop. Oh, Brendan Bishop. Hello, Cecil, Symphony, and Hal. Brendan here. I wanted to start by saying I'm a huge fan of your Good Morning Night Vale podcast. Why, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love the world of Night Vale and have been listening since 2015 as I commute to university by train every day. I'm particularly fond of episode 91, the 1237. The mystery that Cecil uncovers while on the train is one of my favorite Night Vale moments. As someone who is also a fan of punctuality, I wanted to ask you all a question. Which episode of any of the shows on the Night Vale Presents network have you finished working on closest to your deadline? I.e., has there ever been an episode of any of your shows that you had to rush through for whatever reason in order to get an episode published in time? Do you have any humorous or credible stories about scheduling issues or making a deadline? This question could extend to any of your podcast actors or creators. Thanks. Brendan Bishop, Melbourne, Australia. Well, thanks, Brendan.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. I am always like, when they send me scripts, I'm always like, yeah, I'll get on it right away. Like, I'll get it right away. I do the same thing with ads. I'm like, yeah.
I'll get right on that. I'll get right on that.
They'll send me the date.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, bitch.
A month later? Yeah, a month
they have
later.
to send me a reminder every fucking time.
Oh, I thought I was the only one.
And I'm like, I'll send it right away. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
It's like, because I know for me, it's like
everyone.
I have to get my episode. I have to get I'm like, I've got 2 episodes sitting on the desktop. I've read them through. I know what, and then I know, because I know that Disparition needs me to finish my shit so I can hand it off to Disparish so he can write the music, and then he hands it off to Joseph so then Joseph can. So it's like, I always imagine that I am the freaking Suez Canal boat that's like just plunked my ass down in the middle of Night Vale, just being like, oh yeah, I'll get to that tomorrow. Just, I don't know, I'm not really feeling the energy today. Just like the muse hasn't called me to sit down behind the microphone, when in fact I'm just like eating tasty snacks and watching Netflix or something.
Yep. I get the same way. I'm like, I don't think I'm feeling this right now. I will watch more of season 6 of Below Deck.
Well, okay, no, in my defense, I don't like recording at night because I think my voice sounds tired.
Yeah.
And it's just like when you do so, like take after take after take, it just and also like my energy level is really low, and my patience with myself gets very short.
Sure.
And that happens any time of the day, but I don't like to record after 5 p.m. because I think I sound tired. But there's so many episodes, I would say at least once per episode, I will hit a sentence or a segment in which I'm just like, can't you just say the freaking words? What the? Oh my God! Why?
Why can't you read, you fucking idiot?
Oh my God!
Can't you read?
I will get all the way through an entire page, and it'll be flawless, and then I'll be like, blah, blah. And I'm like, why did you just do that? Why? Why?
Yeah.
And then have to start all over again because I don't like the edit. I don't like I feel like there's, like we were talking about before, there's a momentum, clip. There's a energy.
Yes.
I'm not a drop me down in the middle of a sentence kind of guy.
No, with voiceover auditions, I used to just pick stuff up.
Yeah.
Because I would get through 75% of it. Oh my God. Yeah. And I would be like, all right, this is like take 3 or 4. I'm having fun. I'm in it. And then I'll be like, do you have one of those blueberry? Fuck. And then I'd have to, but now I go back. I'm like, oh, this is a good chance for me to ramp up and do it again. And the self-torture becomes worse when you're like 5th time in.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, well, I've memorized it at this point.
Right.
But have I memorized it wrong? Why is my mouth not connecting to my brain?
I was helping a friend out with an audition, and this is just because I'm stupid. I kept saying, "Why you got to leave me on read?"
Oh, it's red.
And he was like, Cecil, I think it's red. I'm like, I know, but my brain.
This is acting.
I'm looking at a word and it says read. So I said the word read like at least 4 times. And it was his audition that I'm helping him out with. So I'm so sorry, Tony. But that shit happens all the time. Like literally every episode.
Yeah.
At that point, I usually stand up, I refill my water glass, I walk around the room a couple times, and then I like get up my moxie, and then I just knock that fucker out. No artistry, just say the words on the page. And honestly, that usually kind of refocuses me.
Yeah, that's a great tool for that.
Sometimes I just have to put baby in a corner for a little while. And then,
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you just got to walk away and like,
Yeah.
I don't know, just walk around the block or go eat a hamburger or something.
Yeah. It's not good to do it under duress.
Yeah.
Anything creative you do under duress where you're forcing yourself to do it, you're missing out on the basic joy. And I did this for years and years. I took a class recently where I was reminded it's supposed to be fun. And the next audition I did, I was in tears recording it because I was like, oh, that's right. I actually enjoy this because I'm taking all of the pressure out of when it's due, what it means to get it, what it means to not get it. And I'm just playing.
Yeah.
And that is, you have to learn. I think you do the more you do it, you learn how to create those conditions quicker. But it's not like, well, it's 9 o'clock. I gotta go. It's all right. It's 9 o'clock. It's time. I'm going to go into whatever my routine is, whatever my steps are, and then just do it and have a good time. And then it gets done. But it can get, Brendan, to answer your question, it can get very close, especially if it's completing an episode or getting in something on deadline. It's just
when you just got a text from one of the producers that are like, John really needs that episode like today.
you're like, I know. I'm working on it.
You're like you're like talking into the microphone like while you're texting. You're like, it's on its way. It's on its way. I swear to God. All right, so I've got one. This is from Quinn. Howdy. My name is Quinn, and I am a big fan of Night Vale, but any interest I have ever had in anything always took a backseat to trains. I am a lifelong rail fan, as I got my first model, not toy, but Bachmann G scale model train when I was 11 months old. And if things work out, I will live life as a locomotive engineer for the Union Pacific Railroad in Portland.
Wow.
I have always gotten excited. I know, right? Doesn't that sound like kind of the life? That sounds pretty dope.
That's cool.
I've always gotten excited when anyone else shows any form of interest and respect toward trains. And of course, one of my favorite Welcome to Night Vale episodes is the 1237. Now I will give a mind cannon that will probably only make sense to any fellow rail fans, so I will include pictures.
Oh.
I imagine the train to be a USRA light Mikado, pictured, and a few but consistently fluctuating in number, similar to the Polar Express, Pullman heavyweight coaches, also pictured. Of course, because Night Vale weirdness, the train doesn't have any logos or lettering or any sort of tied to a railroad. Now for a mind cannon question.
Okay.
Often in Night Vale episodes, in the background audio, and especially in the earlier episodes, there's a clattering that sounds like a train rolling through the night near to this radio station, as I assume the radio station would have soundproofing. Night Vale, being Night Vale, I like to think that these trains pass through similar to anything else that has the misfortune of passing through town. The train would say enter a tunnel in Arizona or in the North Rocky Mountains of Canada or Japan, and then exit the tunnel in some strange desert. Then, after traveling through a very odd town, entering another tunnel and being back to wherever on Earth they were from. And with other mentions of some things accidentally passing through town, I am wondering what you would do if you entered a familiar place while on a trip, but found yourself somewhere strange. Questioning yourself, doubting your memory, angrily scrambling with maps, GPS, trying to figure out if it's you that's wrong or the universe. As someone pretty good at remembering how to get places, but also terrible at remembering details, I have a few times been startled expecting to reach a town and then realizing my memory blended 3 similar curves into one. From your probably only train-loving sky lizard currently hailing from Colorado, Quinn.
Quinn,
that's awesome. Okay, one, I think my retirement plan is to move to Portland and become a railroad worker, because that sounds pretty awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you make that decision just now?
So I really just did.
Okay.
But you know what? Ask me again in 5 minutes and it'll be something else.
Fair.
That's fair. I like this. This is an interesting question. Have you ever kind of surprised yourself by like being in what you thought was a familiar place, and then you're like, "What?"
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that happens on tour for me quite a bit because I'll be like, haven't we been here before? Like,
oh yeah,
and I'll be thinking of another place that just looks kind of similar to it. I'm usually really good with like landmarks. Direction. I'm very directional. Like same. I'm good at that.
The cardinal, like north, south, east, west.
Yes,
but not left, right, kind of directions for me. That's for me personally.
I'm more the opposite.
Yeah.
I know left, right, but I don't remember east, west, north, south.
Having traveled with Cecil extensively, my most of my adult life, he is the best when it comes to just wandering around and being like, never admitting he doesn't know where he's going.
What? Okay, that is untrue. That is untrue.
No, but we always end up where we're going. I'm not like mad.
I freely admit I have no idea where I'm going. Don't you understand? That's the given is like, if you've given me the leadership role, I'm going to be like, I have no idea where I'm going, but this looks way pretty down here. That's how I live my life, man.
Yeah. It's usually when we're on vacation and we're not like, we don't have to get somewhere.
Oh yeah. No.
If we have to get somewhere, I'm like, no, it's this way. It's this
Google
way.
Google Maps all the way.
It's that way. We got to go this way. But like generally when we're like wander, like
not all who wander lost, man.
That's right, man.
Hey, man.
When we first, Cecil and I, when we were in college, went to Amsterdam for spring break. Unlike most of our friends that went to like Vegas and like Daytona Beach.
Like Myrtle Beach. And yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And we were like, yeah, let's go to Amsterdam. And Amsterdam, if you've ever been there, you know it's like a circular sort of.
Shaped like a tulip.
Yeah, city. And there was definitely a couple hours where we were just like wandering around and we didn't really have anywhere to go. But I was like,
well, that's it.
Yeah, we didn't have anywhere to go. So I was like, I don't care if we get lost because we'll figure it out. But this is pre people having cell phones that worked anywhere.
No cell phones.
No, we didn't have any cell phones.
No map. Like we would have to print out a MapQuest map at our youth hostel kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. And we were so poor. We didn't even have the 5.
Oh, I remember what it was. You know what it was? I was going to get a tattoo and I'd mapped us directions to the tattoo parlor.
Right.
If I remember. Oh, wait. No, was that? I think I'm conflating 2 different trips.
See?
But I think. Yeah, see, again.
That's what this question's about.
Yeah. But we were like in a neighborhood.
We saw a windmill, though.
But yeah, we just kept walking and we had also maybe eaten some edibles.
Possibly.
Just saying.
Maybe.
Possible.
Probably.
Maybe.
Most definitely.
Definitely. It happened. But it was legal, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But we were kind of enjoying each other's company and looking at, and then the houses started to get smaller and smaller. And then all of a sudden there's like windmills and fields. And we're like, we have gone into the countryside.
We've gone too far.
We have gone too far.
It's like, okay. But we were fine.
But it was gorgeous.
We got back, right. And it was cute. And we saw a freaking windmill. And now we have that story. And how many times we walk past a place and be like, Spoestraat.
Spoestraat, yep. Listen, I go with the phrase, whenever I arrive is right on time.
That's all right.
Yeah, there's no better way. No matter where you go.
Like, why listen, if I'm under a deadline, if I'm trying to get from point A to point B, I'm a dedicated, Google Map, Waze, like, absolutely, it's all business. Yeah. But if I'm on free time, like, and you give me, and I'm taking the reins, you better know I have no freaking clue where I'm going, but it's going to be a really good wander. And, like, I don't know. That's how you like discover new shit.
That's right.
As opposed to be like, well, if we arrive at this street corner on this time, then we go to the cheese museum and we're there for exactly 3 minutes and then we can go to this thing.
No, we don't play like that.
That doesn't sound like fun. No.
We like the adventure, the adventure of it all.
I'm a traveler, not a vacationer, man.
That's right, man.
The closest I came to that was when we were in Pittsburgh. That last I think it's the last time I went out on the road with y'all. And
we got so lost that day, if I remember.
I'm always the last one who has to be at the theater.
Right.
So once we got, you went to the theater and then I knew where I wanted to go to eat. So I found one. I walked there. Then I just walked across a bridge to to the baseball stadium to look at the outside of it and then come back. And to me, that was the most wandery that I could get. I was like, this is
dangerous.
Who is this person that isn't a place at a specific time?
You're like checking your watch. You're like, oh my gosh, only 35 minutes until I have to be back. Only 32 minutes until I have to be back.
Yeah, I need more wander in my life.
My mom was very much like that. Like, like we'd vacation as a family and I'd be like, wow, we have a 6-hour layover at this New Orleans airport. And my parents and my brother would be very happy just sitting in the airport for 6 hours. And I'm like,
no way, Jose.
We could just take a cab and then just do a little thing.
Yeah. Just have lunch. We could just have lunch.
And then still make it back for a connect. And they were just like, seriously, this would short circuit them.
I can feel my chest tighten.
And I was always, always a little bit of agent of chaos in that respect.
That Aquarius spirit.
Right? Like, what if we just cross a state line? What could happen? What's the worst that could happen?
That feels like a Tennessee thing because Gags is the same way.
Oh, really? He's an adventurer.
He's like, it's fine. The flight's in 45 minutes. Let's go outside of the airport and get 5 meals and then go back in.
But you just got to understand, you're on a time. Like, if you're on a timeline, you got to stay on the timeline.
You're right.
If you're wandering.
Hold on. Let's call Mark.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Look, he's had enough airtime.
That's right. That's enough for you.
He was on the last episode.
Episode.
You were already here.
No more of that Gagliardi guy.
Yeah, it's enough. We got one more bite of this calzone. I'm sorry. I don't want to be mean about it. We have one more bite of this calzone. We're going to take it right now. This is from KT, who writes, "Good morning, Cecil, Hal, and Symphony. In Good Morning, Who's a Good Boy, Hal expressed some confusion on having to order his bolognese on the side while in Italy. I wasn't confused. I just did it. I am not Italian, but I think I can offer some assistance. In Italy, long/skinny pasta, spaghetti, linguine, vermicelli, is usually paired with light seafood, tomato, cream, or oil-based sauces. On the other hand, Bolognese-style ragu sauces are served with either tube shapes, this is correct, penne rigatoni macaroni, or long ribbon shapes, tagliatelle, which I love.
Me too.
Or pappardelle, which I also love.
I love pappardelle.
Oh, I love pappardelle. Pappardelle is...
yummy.
Forget it. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Come on. Well, the Oregon Trail. Oh, Stephen Baldwin, help me. While the origin of spaghetti bolognese, as it is currently encountered, is not known, it is suspected to have evolved in Italian-American neighborhoods after the emigration of Italians to the Americas after the World Wars. I love your show, and I'm always excited when a new episode pulls up in my episode list. Thank you for everything you do, KT.
Aww.
This all makes sense.
That's awesome.
I would even order, I feel like KT's giving me an out here and say, like, well, since you didn't order rigatoni, but I probably did. I probably said, can I have rigatoni and put the sauce on the side because I was afraid there was mushrooms that I would have to pick out. That's just the facts of it. I was a coward. I didn't trust it. And none of them had mushrooms in there. None of them did.
It's the facts of life.
Fun fact. Do you know what my favorite kind of pasta is?
What?
Strozzapreti.
What is that?
Oh.
Do you know what that translates as?
No.
The priest strangler. Legit.
What is it? Just metal cord?
It's like imagine if you it's like a half ribbon. Like, so imagine if it was so it's like about the size of, like a macaroni, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, about the length of, like an inch or two.
Yeah.
But it's got like a half twist.
Oh.
So it's not a little spinny, rigatoni kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's called the priest strangler because there was some Italian priest that ate so much of it that he died. Like, that happened. So they were like, it's the strozzapreti. I used to work in an Italian restaurant.
I love it.
And yeah, they used to make that. And they were like, you know what this is called, right? And I'm like, wait, what? That's gross. I'm not telling anybody this.
And now
look where we are.
Hey, the magic of radio. I don't have to look in. You don't have to see the shame in my eyes as I regale you with food stories about pre-strangling pasta.
That's true. You've all been spared. That is it for this week. Thank you for listening. The next episode is If He Lived. Until then, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Hal Lublin, and guest hosted by Cecil Baldwin. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. It is edited by Felicia Dominguez and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. Theme music by Disparition. Special thanks to our fans for submitting their thoughts this week. Leave us a voicemail at 929-277-2050 or email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions or to tell us your complicated feelings about the Olympics. This show is powered by our patrons like Stormy Dennison, Bree Palmer, Ian Cuthbertson, Sean Havery, and Jen Riegler. If you are interested in supporting this show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive Insider Hyper Cool Kid content, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more info on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter at Night Vale Chat. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, and Joseph Fink. The calzone ingredient of the week is eating a piece of stone fruit over your kitchen sink.